Hello guys, welcome to this video. This is more just like a hardware review, but not one of them reviews where there's a dude standing in a pretty kitchen with two wheels on the worktop looking all sexy. You know, a real dude's review from a racer using the gear. You can see on the screen here, I've got my AMG here at Silverstone.
Pit lane speed limit is
and
34
the
miles
wheel
per
that
hour.
I'm using now is the Fanatec DD1 with the V2 F1 rim. It's the PlayStation compatible version, and I wanted to come on here and say, as a direct comparison, what I thought against the Fanatec Club Sport version 2.5 with the BMW GT2 rim. So when I first decided I wanted to get a direct drive, having already had the pinnacle belt driven wheel, the Club Sport V2.5, it was a lot of money. I only bought it 11 weeks ago or something along them lines, and met a group of guys who were all using DDs, and I just kind of got that fear of missing out and decided to pick myself one up. I genuinely thought, as I was buying the wheel, that I'm not gonna feel any difference. It's not gonna be any different. The Club Sport is like a really expensive wheel in itself, and am I going to sit down, grab hold of this wheel and think, holy, this is amazing? Well, without going all the way to the end of the video, I can say to you, it is absolutely incredible. A direct drive wheel, absolutely, hands down, is noticeably and immediately noticeably better than a Club Sport V2.5. And it's not kind of like a buyer's remorse thing or whatever, where I spent a lot of money on a wheel and I want it to be okay, because I am hypercritical of most things in my life. It's one of my biggest best traits and worst traits. But which is why I bought an 800 quid wheel, and then 10 weeks later bought an 1100 quid wheel. Actually more than that, because I bought it with the rim. But anyway guys, look, if you're on the fence thinking, I'm starting to take this a bit more seriously, is direct drive the way to go over CSW 2.5, which is already a fantastic wheelbase? If you've got the money, I would absolutely say 100% buy a direct drive. And it's not, I run into the problem of thinking, I'm not running my Club Sport wheelbase at maximum revs. I'm not running it at its maximum capacity. So why do I need any more feedback? Why do I need any more power? And it's not really that I'm running the direct drive at maximum power, nowhere near maximum power, but it's so within its comfort zone that it's just absolute fidelity, unbelievable power. Even at 60% power, it can yank the wheel out of your hands. And there's a certain desperation to your cornering and your racing that creates when you are manhandling this thing round a racetrack. There's nothing like it. It's absolutely phenomenal. What the thing that my CSW used to do that made me kind of think, I want to upgrade this, is no matter how powerful, if I ran it really powerful, which is where I like it to be, there would be this definite donk when the feedback had to kick in aggressively. If I hit a curb, there would be that tiny donk before the feedback kind of rattled me, that just let me know it was belt driven. There was a slight notchiness to it, a little bit of graining in the steering rack, if you like, and then that slight hesitance. And I know it's critical, but it was there with the Club Sport and the belt drive. With the direct drive, there is no pre-warning. That little donk, that split second before the feedback came in, that was like a pre-warning, a precursor that stuff was about to go bad or go down, or you'd hit the curb. With the direct drive, there is none of that. There's none of the slack being taken up. It's just immediate and powerful, fast feedback. You hit a curb, it is immediately wanting to yank you into that corner or punt you off of it, and you feel all that tactile feedback in the wheel as it happens immediately, with no slack and no delay. And the fact that it's so powerful, it can operate within this bracket that's immense. If you imagine, you know, trying to push 500 decibels through a tweeter, that's going to be a problem. But if you try and put 500 decibels through a massive speaker, the clarity and the definition is all going to be there, and that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like with a direct drive rim. If you took the smaller bracket of the CSW and you had to slide it up and down that sound wave to capture the piece you wanted at the frequency you wanted, that's what it felt like the CSW was doing. Whereas when you've got the DD and you can just open it right up to say, I want all of the sound waves, I want all of the signal sent to me, you have a better driving experience. That's just that's my opinion. That's how it feels to me. Now, in the current situation, none of my friends have been round to experience my direct drive wheel, so I can't categorically say yes, that's mine. That's the case. But for me, coming from a CSW 2.5, being hypercritical like I am, and saying, is this direct drive wheel going to be worth the money to me? If you're on the fence, there is no need to be. If you want to spend the money and you want a direct drive and you've got a CSW 2.5, buy it. You will plug it in. There will be an element of mucking around with the settings and getting it right, and I've got IRFFB running for iRacing, but you will be very, very pleased with the results. The power is immense. The quality is incredible. The F1 V2 rim is absolutely stunning. I can get all of my mapped controls on here exactly how I want them, speak to Discord, speak to my friends, roll volumes up and down and change brake bias and traction control settings. But all this video was, I didn't want to do the moody pictures and the moody, you know, backlighting and all that stuff. I just wanted to say that from a racer's point of view, this thing is absolutely immense. I love it, and if you are coming from the CSW 2.5, grab one. Grab one and never look back, because you will love it. Turn up the torque and hold on for dear life. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Keep it real. We're having an off moment here. Till next time. Ugh, what an outro.